Hello. Hello, Vidhi ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Ma'am, we are just waiting for more participants. Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, where are you from? And yes, ma'am.
Actually, ma'am, I am the old student of the not educator. I am a Google certified educator from GC. I have completed my GC
Wow.
level last year.
Okay, so you had completed Google certified this GC level, ma'am. 1 and 2.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
No, only
lovely,
level
ma'am.
1.
Level 1. Okay, no worries. Okay, ma'am. So that's really great, actually. So I'm sure that must have helped you a lot, especially dealing with this pandemic and online teaching, right, ma'am?
Yes, this course helped me a lot.
Yes, definitely. So it has taught a lot of things, actually. I think this it has made us
Ma'am,
more comfortable
may
with
I
using
know,
technology.
is there any level for this course, for this coding course?
Sorry, ma'am.
Is there any levels for
Ma'am,
this
can you please
coding
come?
course?
Is there any levels for this course? Yes, ma'am. There would be beginner and advanced, ma'am. There would be 2 levels.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, we'll start with the beginner level, and once you get the hang of it, and then we will be taking you to the advanced level where you'll be learning, more projects, complex projects, a little bit more advanced applications. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Most welcome, ma'am. We are waiting for like another 5 minutes. So in the meanwhile, we can have an introduction amongst. So I think Miss Babita has also joined. Hello, good evening, Miss Babita.
Hello, ma'am. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello, good evening. So how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine.
Okay, yes, I can see you very well. So ma'am, we are actually waiting for more participants. Ma'am, could you please give a brief introduction in the meanwhile so that we can get to know each other more better?
Yes, actually, I took admission in this MCE batch, December batch,
Oh,
and now I have
Microsoft.
completed. I have completed that course, and now I'm looking forward for some other course and better opportunities.
So how was the experience, ma'am? Like the course, and how was the learning? Did it help you in your teaching as well?
Yes, the course, it was very good, informative, and the coaches, the mentors are also nice. They explain everything so in a proper manner and with detailed description and all these things. And mostly that recorded video we get, that is more helpful. We can revise through that. And
Right, yes, ma'am. Very
assignments
important.
also.
Yes. Perfect. Very nice, ma'am. So, ma'am, so I just wanted to know which school are you uh, currently teaching and which subject are you dealing in, ma'am?
Yes, I am in CSDS Global Academy, a Cambridge International School. I'm working there.
Where is it,
And,
ma'am? Which place?
I'm
From which
from Lucknow.
place?
Lucknow.
Lucknow. Okay, great. And you're teaching which subjects, ma'am? Which all subjects?
I'm in science.
Science. Okay, you're teaching science. Amazing. Great. Okay. So, yes, we have Ghanshyam sir, I guess. Hello, good evening, sir.
Madam, good evening.
Good evening. Sir, we are going to about to start in just a few minutes. In the meanwhile, could you please introduce yourself? Which
Okay,
school
I'm
are you
Ghanshyam.
in and
I'm
which are
English
the
teacher.
subjects?
Okay, thank you. I'm English
you are
teacher. I'm from Latur, Maharashtra, near Solapur. I teach English at +2 level, that is 11-12 standard. And I enjoyed your first course, that is well certified educator first level course. Nanjappa was our trainer. And I really enjoyed this, and I have changed myself with regard to skills. I have undergone a lot of transformation. And without coding, I can do so many things. And I'm looking forward to joining some other course that can upgrade me, that can help me to smoothen my online journey.
Definitely. So it's so great to know that you had a good experience, and especially you said that you were able to become more proficient in using technology and using those skills practically also, right, with your students, and having great outcomes, I'm sure, right, sir?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. And I'm sure, so definitely, the course that we are going to have insights on today, especially coding, right? So what are your expectations, or what are your expectations from this course? Anything you would like to share?
See, ma'am, we are just, we don't have any knowledge of coding actually. I have done so many.
Voice is breaking, I'm so sorry, but
Okay, there may be some problem with the connection. So I don't have much knowledge.
yes, we can hear you now.
Traveled with there is WordPress and all these things. But I did not. But Google websites is a wonderful tool. Now I'm very comfortable with that.
Correct.
So I'm very happy that I can create something. And just I want to use certain codes in my teaching learning platform. If I want to present the best topic with interactive animations and like the previous ones, how I can add my custom animations, some videos, my own videos into my teaching learning plan. That is my expectation.
Definitely. So definitely, that's so forward-looking thought, in fact, and in pace with the changing changes in the education also, right, in the digital era. So definitely, these are the things which will keep you at a more in pace with the technology and at an edge, right? So it will be more in sync with the especially with the new education policy. Very good, sir. So really great to know these thoughts. And we have okay, so it's already 8:34. We can start, and so we can also, like, I think Rashmi ma'am and Anita ma'am has also joined in. Hello, good evening, Rashmi ma'am, Anita ma'am.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So for while more participants are joining, can you please introduce yourself to everyone? Like which school are you teaching, and which grade and which subjects, and what are your expectations from this course? Could you just share your thoughts?
Yeah, sure. So first, myself is Rashmi Kansal, and currently I'm not working anywhere. I just quit my job from the last 2 years back. I'm a computer teacher. Right now, I'm taking a home tuitions, maths and computer. I have a 7-year experience in computer teaching.
Okay, great. So that's nice. Like you were already teaching computers.
Yeah.
Already a pro in technology.
Yes.
So, okay, ma'am, what are your expectations from this course?
Please repeat, ma'am.
What are your expectations? Am I audible, ma'am, now?
No, ma'am, voice is breaking, ma'am. 1 minute.
Is my voice audible to others, or is it breaking for everyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Maybe
can I reconnect, ma'am? Can I reconnect?
Yeah, please rejoin, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, others, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So I think Rashmi ma'am, you can just rejoin once. Please check your internet connection. Voice is low. Okay, my voice is low, ma'am.
Your voice is
Okay,
clear, ma'am.
clear. Okay, fine. Okay, so Miss Anita, good evening. Can you introduce yourself, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Myself, Anita. I am from Punjab, and
Okay.
currently I am not doing any job. I am at home, but
Okay.
I want to proceed my career in teaching computers to kids.
Correct. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect, ma'am. So you're looking to teach computers and especially, I guess, maybe coding also because that's the most in demand skill
Yes,
that is required, right, ma'am? So definitely that will be an added advantage if you
I
learn
I am
coding as
from
well.
computer background. I have done my MTech in computers.
Oh, lovely. MTech in computers.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I
Okay, ma'am,
want
you
to.
must be having some prior knowledge also, no, ma'am? You have some knowledge in coding. Anything you have it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know C, C++, Python.
Oh, lovely. You're already having an idea on coding languages. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Problems. I think, yeah, this will be more better. Like, you're as
Okay,
you're
ma'am.
having some knowledge.
Ma'am, will it be
So great.
beneficial for me?
Sorry, ma'am.
Will this course be beneficial for me?
So, ma'am, how about the other courses like for beginner? How about Scratch, MIT? Are you aware about Android app development courses?
Android?
Android app development course, ma'am. Are you aware about those
No,
app
I know, but
inventors?
I'm not having much in details about
Okay. So I think, ma'am, definitely this course will be helpful because we are going to cover, more like concepts which will be more interested to children, like to create their own apps,
it. Okay.
especially for the younger lot. So, to create animations and all of that. So in that sense, definitely this course can be helpful, ma'am. We'll have a look at it and I'll be taking you through that. So yes, thank you so much for your introduction, ma'am. I think Miss Pihu Mishra, she has also joined. Good evening, ma'am. Can you also please introduce yourself? Miss Pihu, can you hear me? Hello. I think MJ. Okay. One second. I think somebody's. Rashmi ma'am, can you please be on mute because. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, so good evening and a very warm welcome to all my participants. And first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Sonal Sangvi. You and Ms. G are counselors. Okay. A very warm welcome, first of all, to all of you. It's really great to see all of you at this hour. I'm sure with school being started, you all have must have had a very hectic day, and still you all made up for this session, right? So that shows your enthusiasm and your, zeal to learn something new, right? So that's really amazing to see. And with this, so I would like to introduce myself. I'm Sonal Sangvi, and I'm a certified Google educator as well as a certified design thinker. I have done my master's in computers and I have more than 15 years of experience in technology and in teaching various computer courses. I really feel proud to say that I've empowered more than 10,000 students as well as educators till now. So it's really, teaching is my passion, and I really feel very, when I empower others, especially students and educators in learning the most in-demand skills, right? And how technology helps them to in their respective areas. So yes, so that's about me. And I welcome you all to the introductory session. Just I'll be sharing my screen quickly. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. So one of you, could you please let me know if my screen is visible? Any one of you could just help me out with that.
Yes, ma'am, it's properly visible.
Perfect. Just a minute. Okay. So let's begin our session, which has been organized by upEducators. We are the proud Google Cloud partners, and also an institute whose mission is to empower educators with the technology. And they have already empowered more than 3,000 educators, and also 250 plus certified educators in Google, right? So first of all, in today's session, okay, we'll do small activity, teachers, like, I'm sure you all know this. Hello. Hello, and is there anybody having query? I think Rashmi ma'am is. Please mute yourselves, everyone. Vidhi ma'am, could you please mute? Yes. Okay. Okay. So quickly on the chat window, I want all of you to recognize these logos which are appearing on my screen. Quickly, all of you, what are these logos? I'm sure pandemic has made us use these applications a lot. Zoom, WhatsApp, yes. Rashmi ma'am is saying yes, perfect, all correct. WhatsApp, Word, yes, very good. So I'm sure you must be wondering that, ma'am, these are very common logos and we've used them extensively, right? Zoom for our video conferencing application, right? And WhatsApp, especially, we are giving meeting reminders to the students. All the circulars are happening on WhatsApp now, right? So actually, pandemic has made us so much open to the technology, I would say, right? Previously, we all were fearing to use the technology, right? And now it has opened a new world, a new horizon. So yes, now what my question is that what is the common thing that you see in these three applications? So quickly on the chat window, I want you all to tell me what is the most common thing that you see in these applications. What's the most common thing? Someone can type it on the chat. My question is, what is the most common thing I mean, in the, what is the one common thing that between these all? Okay. Yes, come on, I'm waiting for the answers. WhatsApp. No, not, I don't mean to say common means in the terms of usage that we are most commonly using WhatsApp. No, my question is that how are these three, what is the common thing between these three? Okay, they are Android apps. Okay, yes, sir. Come on, more. That's correct. They all are Android apps. They can also be used on iPhone. So we cannot say it as an Android app. Okay, Android app, sir, would be like only they can use only on Android phones. They all need connectivity. Ashwarya ma'am is saying that they all need connectivity. Yes, they all need internet connection, but Microsoft Word does not need to have any internet, does not need any connection. These are popular technology, correct? Yes. What else? What else? Come on. So as coding based background, yes, right? So they all, right, teachers, what you all have said is correct, user friendly, yes, sir. But what's the common thing is that these three are applications which have been developed by the developers with the knowledge of coding. Am I correct? Do you all agree with this? Right? So all these things, as you see, right, as we are seeing so many apps in our day-to-day life, right, which is making our life so far easier and more productive. Now, what is the thing is that they all have been developed. Okay, now how they are developed with the knowledge of coding. So what do we understand over here? That with the knowledge of coding, what we can do is, instead of becoming the consumers of technology, right now, what are we doing? We're just consuming technology, right? We are using so many apps or we are using technology, right? But if you have the knowledge of coding, right? Somebody must have developed these apps, right? Somebody must have envisioned that, okay, we can do this. There could be something which could be helpful in video conferencing, right? So that imagination was brought into reality with the knowledge of coding, right? So what happens is coding unleashes your power of your imagination, and it helps you to become creators of technology, right? As we see, yes, perfect, right? So yes, so that's the reason why I want to stress that, coding is something which helps you to become creators of technology. Right now we're just becoming like a slave, we're just using them. But if you want to master, okay, then this is a particular tool which can help you. So what, according to you, so when I'm saying the word coding or when I'm saying the word programming, what is one thing that comes in your mind? Come on the chat window. So let us make the class more interactive instead of just, me talking. So I would like to know your views. What do you think? Come on, educators, your reply on the chat window. What does computer coding or programming makes you think of? Yes, Rashmi ma'am, programming is a set of instructions. Lovely, good answer. Come on, others also. What are your viewpoints? Okay. I want, more participation from everyone. Whatever, it's fine, technical set too difficult to master. Pawar sir, I would not say, it's very difficult. Once you know the formula, it won't be difficult. Okay, so coding means animation. Okay, Ashwarya ma'am is saying that coding makes us think of animation. Yeah, so whenever we see animation, we always think of, okay, it must have been coded. Perfect. Easy tool to create programs. Perfect. Yes, as we all know, like little bit that, these all are programs, these all are softwares. So these are the tools to create such softwares, make user-friendly applications. Perfect. So coding, yes, for us layman, it is intimidating. Yes. So definitely, it's like, oh, wow, how does this happen, right? So yes, sir, definitely, you all are right that, coding is basically telling computer what to do by giving instructions. Coding is something in code, right? Code means giving instructions. Okay, so as human beings, right, so we all are interacting, right, with each other. Like today I'm talking to you all, right, and by using, what are we doing? How am I able to communicate with you? Through language. Am I correct? So how human beings have languages to communicate with each other, right? They could be English, Hindi, French, whatever. But the common thing is that we are using language to communicate with human beings. Similarly, we use coding language to communicate with the machines, right? Now, the moment we are, the time we wake up until we hit the bed, we are using so many gadgets, we are using so much of technology in different forms, right, to communicate, to interact with these apps or to interact with these machines, right? What is the thing is coding, right? So coding is telling computer what to do, basically. In short, in simple words, we can say computer, whenever we are giving the set of instructions to make the computer do whatever we want. Okay, it could be as simple as adding two numbers. So if I want to tell my computer, okay, can you add these two numbers? I will be giving the instructions that, okay, you have to take this to input, you have to process them, you have to perform some operation, and then you have to give the outcome, right? So that is coding, right? Now, before we go deep dive into what exactly is coding and how it will be helpful, I just want to have one thing, all of you all in your mind, that, coding is not just giving and communicating, just to make some programs or, just create one animation. Okay. Why we are doing this? Why, why we should learn coding is because it teaches you how to think. Okay. A very impactful message given by none other than the legend of innovation, right? Steve Jobs has created so many innovative products. So, you know what, the belief behind learning coding is it teaches you how to think, right? Suppose if I want to make something, if I want to create something, what is the main thing is that you are thinking on how to do it. So that is one thing that we all should, imbibe in us, and which is required, for us in this era. So that's the main thing I would say, that coding allows us how to think. Right now, why is importance of coding increasing recently? Right, you must have observed that recently there's so much of craze, there's so much of hype about coding. Why is it so? Now few years back, right, we didn't have so much of technology, right? We didn't with the advent of especially of internet, it has opened more horizons. It has given so much of exposure, like so much of invention of, and also with the help of artificial intelligence, right? We are getting so many machines. Now we have cars which are driverless, right? So all this is, the technology is revolutionizing, and we are having so many machines that we are interacting with. Now coding is the language of interaction, right? If I want to develop, or if I want to, let's say you have you're working in a company, and you are dealing with these gadgets, right? So if there is any problem, it will be needed that you know how to master it, right? You know that if you know the coding knowledge, you will be able to better interact with those particular machines, right? So that's the reason, as the technology has grown exponentially, as the technology has become an integral part of our life, with the advent of artificial intelligence, data science, what happened is that coding has also grown. The popularity of learning coding, the demand for having this knowledge has increased so much. So that is the reason why this coding has become so important, and so in these recent times. Now, why educators should learn coding? That is one common question we all are getting in our mind, right? That how is it helpful to us? Why should we learn? Students are learning in their school. So how will it help me? Why I should learn coding? I'm already, teaching science, or I'm already teaching maths. So why should I learn coding, right? I'm sure that all these are the questions that come up in our mind. So let me tell you, teachers, that, as we all know that millions of students are learning coding nowadays, because technology is in their blood, I would say, right? The moment they're since their birth, they have already seen technology around them, right? But when we were learning, right, when we were in school, we never had that coding in as a subject, and so we are not, we are not aware about it. Now, when we see the students, they are outperforming us, right? They are like too smart. You would say that my students are, oh my God, they are more, one step ahead in technology, isn't it? So what happens is that when we see the students, doing such amazing wonders, we also feel, oh, I should, this is some gap that happens between the teachers and the students. So we want to bridge this gap, right? So when you are also, learning, when you also know the coding, it becomes more better to have that bonding, have that connection with the students, right? So that's the one of the, very important reason, that it will bridge the gap between the students and the teachers, when, teachers are also equipped with this knowledge, right? So definitely that will be helpful. Now, coming to the another very important reform, right? The Minister of Education has come up with the National Education Policy. I'm sure all of you teachers are aware of that, and it's going to be implemented in the in the coming academic year. So which has, so even this, as per the new education policy, see, the generations have changed. So we have to be we have to accept this fact, right? Previously we were just learning science. It was more of content based learning, right? That we were learning science, and we appeared to an exam and then become a doctor or a lawyer or something, like, it was in that way. But now the things, if you see, even in jobs, right, the demand has increased of multiple skills, right? They don't want you all to be very specific in one subject. So there, if you see that the skills which are required, okay, for a holistic learning, so even the national education policy is concentrating on the holistic learning of the child, okay, not limited to only one subject. So even, when the teacher is teaching science, she can give a topic where the child can write an essay about that particular topic. So his language is improving, his creative writing is improving. So what happens is that this integration of, subjects, right, cross curriculum subjects, is very much in demand, as per the, is going to be very much impactful for the child to learn, right? Instead of just limiting his knowledge to one particular subject, you're exposing, you're giving more exposure, you're giving more options to think, as a, how to integrate, how to apply them, right? Suppose, for example, if I'm teaching a history chapter, right, teachers, and if I want to, if I'm teaching about that, in that I would say, I would get the concepts of geography also, that how that particular things are, in geographical way, how it can be understood. what are the mathematics can be involved. So what are we doing? We are integrating different subjects in the education. So this again will be helpful if so for example, if you're giving a project to the student, right? So it will give an option that okay, they can present their projects in different forms, so they can make a game out of that particular topic, right? So maybe they can create a game which is explaining a science concept, okay, as well as in the game they have used certain mathematical concepts to create that game. Are you getting me? So how these particular things are helping the child to think more in the form of logical reasoning. His critical thinking is increasing, right? So these are the advantages, right? So it will give you all more exposure to give different kinds of projects to the students, right? So that's how it can be helpful. Coming to the next point that we feel, as again STEM education is gaining so much of importance. So as I explained you about the cross curriculum, how integration is important, same follows with STEM education, as you must have found, right? Okay, how different subjects are being integrated, right? So again, holistic learning is being given focus, and also the giving importance to the 21st century skill. So when you're learning coding, it's not just communicating, right? It is helping them to gain more, more better way of learning academic skills and skills which are required for the 21st century, like logical reasoning, right? The ability to think more creatively, right? So when a student is creating when he's creating a program, so what is happening? He is thinking of a solution to the problem, right? Like how I can make this a better. So we can see children are making amazing apps to solve, like, one of the student, he made an app on how we can prevent cyberbullying. So they are thinking of the solutions to particular problem in the form of an app or in the form of a game, right? So what is happening is that they are developing skills like collaboration, communication, critical thinking. So these all are very, very important, right? So with coding, you can develop your computational thinking, right? So students are far more better than you, right? They can take knowledge, they can grasp things more faster because the computational thinking is more better. I'm sure you all would agree, right? Our children will be more smarter than us in understanding the using the technology, because they have been from birth, they are surrounded with that kind of thinking. So automatically their computational thinking is far higher than us. So when we are upskilling ourselves with the coding knowledge, definitely there are fair chances of having increasing that computational thinking and developing the 21st century skills in us as well. And indirectly that will bridge the gap between what we are facing, right? So with this being said, okay, I'm sure as I interacted with few of the teachers over here, that you want to take up coding classes, how you can also teach coding to your students, right? How you can integrate the technology, right, in your lessons, right? So definitely once you are, equipped, once you are learned coding, right, you can teach the students in your school, you can take up the tuitions for the coding classes, you can teach your own kids, right? And as I said, coding is a game changer now, right? The increase in the demand for coding teachers, certified coding teachers, have highly increased. In fact, I just saw that, as per the research, it's found that there is only one teacher, okay, when there's a demand of 4 teachers. So the ratio is very, very less. There's only one teacher, whereas there's ratio of 4 requirements. So basically there's a huge demand and it's going to increase. So if you are also certified, right, if you are also having this particular skill, it will open more options for you, for your income, right? Definitely it will be up till a big side, it will be an augment in your income when you are also teaching coding apart from your other subjects that you all are doing, right? I hope, yes, teachers. So definitely it will be another source of income. If you are teacher, if your student, if your kids are learning technology, if they are learning coding, you will become, you can guide them and they will be more proficient in that, right? So we feel that, coding will definitely upskill yourself and make you ready for this future world. Again, I would say that which is so dynamic, right? So definitely these are the skills that will be inbuilt when you learn coding. As I said, creativity, logical reasoning, critical thinking, all these are built in that. So that's the reason why, we are focusing, everybody is focusing on coding, because the main thing is that, right? So that is what we aim, and that is the objective actually of, educating educators with coding, right? So now coming to how to learn coding. So now that we have understood what is coding and how it can be helpful to you as educators, what are the steps? You would say that, okay, ma'am, is it very difficult? I have heard that do you all get some questions that, okay, coding is really difficult, right? Yeah, if I see a particular code, sometimes you might be seeing, some code and some programs like this. So like a text-based coding, and it's really boring, right? But let me tell you, with the invent of block-based coding, right? Nowadays, जैसे हर चीज बहुत simple कर दी है, life इतनी simple हो गई, right? Same way, even coding has become more simpler, right? There has been huge changes in how we are learning coding, like how we used to do a few years back, right? There was like, you're writing some text-based program which looks so boring. Students are not at all attracted to that, right? So with the students, keeping the mind in students, what would attract them, how they can learn easily. So there has been invention of block-based coding, which has made coding, learning of coding very, very simpler, right? So that's a very good news for all of us, because definitely we can also learn coding more faster. Right. So what I mean to say about block-based coding, you must be wondering that what is the difference, So let me, so as you all can see on the screen, that if it was a text-based program, it would be like I'm writing some instructions like this, and if I, on the contrary, if you are writing a block-based program, you would see that there are some blocks which I need to just analyze it that as per the program, and I just need to connect them. So I don't have to worry much about its syntax, or about its, I have to put a comma or a bracket, but my focus is on the logic, right? And there are certain blocks which I need to learn how to use them. So that's how this block-based coding will help you all to learn coding much more faster, right? So there need not be any fear that, okay, I'm not from the coding background, I'm not from the technical background, will I be able to learn coding? So there's the good news again, that you all can learn coding, right? Irrespective of whatever background you all have currently. Right now, let us see that, small example of what I mean by giving instructions, right? Right now, you all just told me that coding is giving instructions, right? So how does it happen? Right? So let's take a very common example that, if I want to spin a ball, right? So if I have to tell my friend that, okay, I need to spin this ball, I would just, communicate with in any language, right? So that's how we human communicate with each other, right? But if I have to tell a computer, right? If I have a ball, image in my computer, and I want it to turn, I want it to spin around, what I will do, I will have to give very precise instructions, very clear and very precise instructions, like first point ball straight, turn ball, just I'm giving you one example. जैसे हम अपने घर में भी, अगर आप like you're cooking something. So for example, a recipe, right? So if you want to make some pav bhaji, for example, तो आपके पास ingredients होता है, आपके पास एक process, like the recipe will be there, and outcome is whatever you all want to make, right? So how you would follow, right? Ki bhai, whatever the instructions are given, you have to follow them, right? That first cut the vegetables, pour this. So what are you doing? Again, that is what, you are doing the computational thinking, you are following the instructions, and you're doing the same thing. So similarly, in coding also, we will be giving these kind of instructions to the computer, and the computer will follow these instructions and give you the outcome that you all require. Right? So this is how computing coding works. Now in block-based, so as I told you this example, right? If I had to write a program using block-based coding, it would be very simple. As you all can see, don't need to worry about, what is this point in direction? Don't worry. Just understand the logic that this is how the code will look like. Yeah. So are you following, teachers? Yes. So this is how we'll be having the block-based coding. Now coming to the projects that you're going to learn in this particular course, right? So as I said that in this course, you will be learning about making different kinds of projects, different kinds of games, animations. So yeah, so these are some of the projects, right? You'll be able to make animated cards. So I think somebody mentioned over here that you all want to learn. I think sir mentioned that he wants to learn animation, right? How we can create our own animations, right? So that is something so animating for us, that okay, how does it happen? How can we create, right? So definitely that is one of the amazing thing that we are going to learn through this course. We learn how to animate our objects, and with that we can learn how to make an animated card. I'm just going to show you all also. We can create some animated stories. So all my language teachers, or all the teachers who are looking to make your class more fun, more interesting, right? You could make an animated story and you can explain a particular concept, right? So that would be so amazing, right? Your teacher, instead of having the boring chapter in the as a textbook, the dog, there's a rabbit and there's a tortoise, and you're just showing the pictures and you're going to read some text. Instead, if you could create something like an animated, you can see that particular animation happening, that character speaking, right? More interactive. So definitely just imagine the level of interest that would create in your students, right? And how they would understand the concept also, right? It would just be there, it will just be stuck in the mind, right? They don't even have to read the chapter. So these are the things that will be impactful, right? That would be creating the change, right, through technology, and especially through coding. We can create virtual tour, right? You can create games. I'm just going to show you quickly, because I'm sure you all must be wondering that how, like how is it going to look like? So let me quickly show you these projects, and I have already opened them. So let me quickly just, if possible. Okay, so this is just an example. These are few of the projects which I want to show you all, that when I mean to say animation. Okay, I have, so 1 second, yeah. Let me just play this program. So you can see these characters, the animation which is happening, there's blinking, there's some background sound. I'm sure you all must be able to hear. Yeah. So this is one of the thing, right, teachers? What I mean to say, just let me share my screen and show you the other projects as well. Just give me 1 minute. Yes, I've already opened all of them so that you all can have a look at it. So I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah. Okay, so when I said, you all can create short stories, right? Animated stories. So just to give you a short, just a glimpse of it. Let's say I've created this short story. So I can make more interactive characters, like, with whom you can interact. Yeah, so you can see there's a walking animation, he's speaking something, there's some other character which is coming, and so much of things can happen. So yeah, so you all can think of something very creative regarding your subject and create these amazing things through the knowledge that you all will be gaining through this course, right? So yes, and another interesting feature I thought would be really interesting to all of you, like as I said, to create a virtual tour, right? So just say that there's an interaction between the characters and the teacher wants to take them to a virtual tour. So let's see how it can happen through your coding projects. Yeah. So you can put your own images, you can put your own sounds, and all of these things, right? Yeah. Follow, teachers? Yeah. So these are few of the things, and as I also mentioned that apart from that, okay, teachers, like these are few of the things, and I was also telling you about. 1 second, just a minute. I'm sharing my screen to show you all about Android apps, right? You also can learn how to create Android apps where you can create something like a Google Translator. Just imagine you're teaching a concept and, and you've made a particular app related to that. So for example, this is one of the project that you can learn, like how to create your own translator. right? How to create your own photo editor app, right? We are using these apps, and just imagine if we are also able to create such things, right? It would be so amazing. And these are the few of the apps that you're going to learn, right? There'll be many more. I'm just showing you a few of them, right? So these are the things which we, which we intend, which we are going to make in this program, right? So with all these being said, I'm sure you all are very excited now to learn coding and to do some coding by yourself, right? Am I correct? Can you all show me your thumbs up? Yes, can we start the live learning of the coding? Are you all excited to do that? Yes, very nice. I can see. What about others? Yes. Looking forward to see how we are going to code today. So we are going to make our first project as well. Okay, it's not only just understanding the concept, but we are also going to have hands-on knowledge on what all I have taught, what all I have spoken till now, right? How we can actually create projects, how we can actually create animations, right? So first of all, what I want all of you all to do is, I'm sure you've been given some guidance on how to open Scratch. Okay, so the softwares that we are going to learn is, first of all, we are going to learn Scratch, and I'll also be explaining you all that as well. So we are going to learn Scratch, MIT App Inventor, Google for Education, and code.org, where we will be learning how to make apps, websites, right, games, animations, and all of that. So first of all, I want all of you, whoever wants to do right now with me, most welcome. Whoever wants to just see, let me see how it is happening and all of that. So those educators are also, it's up to your choice. Whatever you all are comfortable, you all can do that. Okay. But I would suggest that if possible, do it along with me. Okay. I'm going to show you from the beginning, so don't worry about it. So first of all, I want all of you right now to open a website called as scratch.mit.edu. Okay. I shall also mention it on the chat window in case, just the website name. I'm mentioning it on the chat window. Okay. Also, at the end, we'll have a small Q&A round. So, if you have any doubts or anything you want to ask, we will have it at the end of the session. Okay. Right. So I have mentioned the website name. I want all of you to please go to that website. And yes, let me know on the chat window, have you all opened it? So that I am, I'm aware about it. Let me know on the chat window, teachers. So what will happen is, as soon as you open scratch.mit.edu, okay, this is the web page that is going to be opened. That is the website. As I told you, this is the, we are going to start with code-based, block-based programming. So can you all please let me know on the chat window if you are open website, whoever is willing to do it along with me. Okay. And as soon as you do that, this is the website you are going to see. And I want all of you, okay, Rashmi ma'am. And I want, in case if you all have accounts, please sign in with that. And you all can just sign in over here. In case if you all don't have it, no worries, you all can just click on join Scratch, but right now don't worry about it. Okay, in case if you all don't have, no worries, you can just go to create. Just I want all of you to click on create, irrespective of whether you all have IDs or not. No need to worry, right? Because we are just understanding the first, it's like a first session, so don't worry about the logins. Okay. So as soon as you do that, you all will be able to see the screen. Okay. Now, as you all can see, this is the coding environment. Okay. Okay. Whenever you're, learning a particular coding language, right, you will be doing in a particular environment, an interface. Okay. So with Scratch, this is the interface which will be open. Now, let me quickly take you to this interface. First of all, as you all can see, this particular, as I'm pointing my mouse on the right hand side, right, this is called as the stage. Right, this is where our final product will be looking like. Okay, whatever you all are going to make, a project, story, animation, this is the place where you are going to see your outcome. So this is also called as the stage, right? And it has two buttons. One is the green flag and one is the stop. So whenever you're done with coding and you want to see the outcome, you are going to click on this flag button, and this is the stop button. Okay. And there are certain views where you can see that if I want to see my outcome in a full screen mode, or I can go with the default mode, or I can also go with the compact mode, right? Where my stage will become small and I'll have more space for coding. Right, teachers? So these are the view, and this is your stage. And by default, whenever you open a Scratch, you will be able to see this cute little cat, which is the default sprite, as we call in the terms of coding, right? In terms of block-based coding, we usually use the word sprite, which refers to any object in your particular project. Okay, whatever it can be, game, story, animation. So it is referred to as a sprite, and this is the default sprite that we have as soon as we create a new project in Scratch. Am I clear? Yes. And then moving towards the left, we have, yes, anybody has any doubts, please feel free. While doing this, you all can unmute yourself and you all can ask me in case if you're facing any issue while doing it. Yes. So on the left, the second part that you can see is the coding window, where we will be writing our code, okay, which I'm going to show you very shortly. And besides that, we have another tab which has the first tab is the code, the second is the costumes, and third is the sounds, right? I'm sure you all can see it over here. And this is where all your coding blocks, right? As I said, it is a block-based coding. So there are certain blocks which are readily available in software, and we are just going to use them and we are going to create our programs. Am I clear? Now, these coding blocks have been categorized as per the different, different behavior. So something like related to looks, we can see the blocks related to looks. If I want something related to like movement, right, I can go to motion, and in this way they have been divided into various categories, right? We shall see them more in detail in our next sessions. And over here, so this is your coding blocks, this is your coding area, and this is the outcome, correct? And on this over here, as you all can see the sprite, there is certain information about the sprite, which is called as a sprite information. And besides that, you all can see something called as a backdrop. Okay, so this is where your stage, this is called as a stage information. It's also called as a backdrop, right? If you're creating any stories, any game, right, the most impactful, the most interesting thing that we see is a nice backdrop, right? So this is where we are going to add the backdrops for our project. Am I clear? And if on the top, you all can see the first thing is you all are aware about the menu bar, right? We all see in various applications, right, that file, you can create a new project, you can save a copy. So these are few of the operations that we can do in our project. Then we can see on edit, there's nothing much in that. And then you can see how to save a project, right? Very important. You want to save your project, you just click over here and you can give any name, right? My first project, whatever you all want to give, you all can give it and just leave it. By default, it gets saved on its own, right? So don't worry. You can just give the name over here, correct? And you all can see your login details over here. So this is the basic understanding of the interface. Any doubts still here? Yes, everybody with me? Okay, now we are going to start our project, right? What are we going to do? So let me show you what are we intending to make in today's class. Okay, so I have already made it and I'm going to show you what are we going to create. Okay, so first of all, I will run my program by clicking on the green flag. And as you all can see, I have added certain blocks to create a simple, very short and sweet story where my cat, you can see this cat, right? And you can see there's some movement, there's some sound blocks, a lot of things are happening, right? So we can see there's a nice backdrop and all of these. Right now, you must be wondering, how can we do all of these things? So don't worry, we are going to do it right away. Okay, so first of all, we all are in the first new project. We have not done anything. right? So first of all, as I said, the most, the most first impression that you get about a particular scene is the backdrop, right? If you're talking about a jungle story, it would be not, apt to have a beach or something, right? So the first impact is of having a nice backdrop for your story or for, whatever you all are creating. To add a backdrop, okay, on the right corner, as you can see on my screen, okay, you have to click on choose a backdrop, right? Click on that and you will be able to see a huge collection of backdrops, right? Sprite has a very good collection, a library of different backdrops, okay, which are being divided as per the category, right? There's fantasy, there's music and all of that. Now, if I click on all, I'll be able to see all of this. I would like to go with a simple blue sky, okay? So all of you, I would want you all to click on choose a backdrop and choose any of your backdrop rather, okay? Or you can choose, I have selected blue sky. So you all can do that, right? Now we have a nice backdrop and we have this cat. Okay, now what is the first thing we want to do is the cat has to welcome, just a simple message it has to speak. So now when I have to think, so as I said, coding is something which makes you think, right? Yeah, that's the first thing that we started. Yes. So if I want this cat to say something, I am going to look at the blocks and think that which is the most relevant block or which is the command which will help me to do that. Right now, this is something related to looks. So we will go to the looks block and we are going to pick up the command that is say. Okay, teachers. So click on this block and here, as soon as you do that, this is the default message which is there, that is hello. Okay, very important is that you have to be on the sprite where you for which you want to write the code for, right? You want to give command to this particular cat. So we are going to be on the cat and we are going to click on this command. So as you can see, if I click on this particular block, it is being executed and you can see the outcome. Now I want to customize this message. So I will click on this particular text box. We will remove this and whatever the message you all wish to, you all can write it over here. Hello friends, welcome to Sketch. Simple. Yes, everyone. I hope you all are also doing it. And if I click on it, you can see there's a message which is being displayed, whatever you all have told, right? Now there is for 2 seconds. What does it mean? That message will be displayed for that much of second, right? That many seconds. If you all want, you all can make it. You can also change it as per your dialogues, right? So for example, if I want to make it for 4 seconds, you will see that the message will stay there for 4 seconds and then it will disappear. Correct? Now, if you would have observed, right, that I am clicking on this block, right, but it is not the case which should happen, right? You don't want ki bhai, you are going to go individually and click on that command, right? So your thing is that whenever I start my project, whenever I want to show to my students, right, as soon as I start my project, this commands that I have given, that I have instructed to my computer has to be executed, right? So how do I give this command? Now that also needs one command. ठीक है, as I said, computer सिर्फ एक machine है, जो आप बोलोगे वो करेगा, right? It's like having a it's just like how a robot is there. It will follow whatever you are saying, right? So here also I have to tell my computer that whenever I start my program, I want this cat to say something, right? So what is happening over here is there is something called as an event, right? What is an event? It is the action. I want this action. Whenever I do this action, there has to has to happen, right? For example, if I want to switch on a fan, right, I will go and press that button. Yeah. So this action which I'm doing, pressing the button, and as whenever I switch on, the fan will be on, right? Similarly, I have to tell that whenever I click on this green flag, my program should start working, right? Whatever the commands I've given, that has to be executed. Are you following? So what are we going to do? We are going to go to the events block. Okay. And we are going to any guess on the chat window? I would like to all of you to please type on the chat and tell me what should be the code. Anybody? You all can see the code when clicked. Yes, Rashmi ma'am. When flag, yes, this green flag, right? Yes. Very nice, very well tried. And I'm going to put this block. And what I need to do is I need to join them. Okay, very important step is we just don't have to drag it, but we have to join them, like how we have a puzzle, right? So that's just how we join, and then it makes more sense, right? Having both them individually is of no use, right? There's no meaning assigned to it. So very important, you need just need to snap to each other, right? So this is how we are now. When as you all can see, right? So as I told you, block-based coding is very, very simple, right? First of all, because it is in a very simple language, right, which we can relate to, which we can understand it very fast, right? Which in a very simple language it is. So when I click on this green flag, I have asked to say hello friends, welcome to Scratch, and for 4 seconds. Simple. Yes, Anita ma'am. So I hope you all are getting it. Yeah, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Perfect. Very good. So now what is the next thing? Okay, so after this, I want my cat to make some sound, right? It's a cat, right? I want it to say meow, right? I want some cute little sound to happen after it says welcome to Scratch. Now, how do I add a sound, right? So again, you can simply go to the sound block, and there is already a sound which is attached to our cat sprite, that is meow, and you just need to drag and drop it, okay, and just join it, right? So that is play sound meow until done. Okay, simple. Now let us execute our program. So as you all can see, how one of the most important concept learning of coding today, that is sequential programming. What I mean by sequential programming, teachers, is the programming, the instructions are getting executed sequentially, one after another. So when flag clicked, say hello friends for 4 seconds. After that, play a sound, whatever I want, until done means the complete, don't interrupt in between. Complete the sound that I have asked you to play. Getting me? Yes? Everybody is able to execute. I want to show it in the full screen. I click on this full screen. I'll click on this green flag. I'll be able to see my outcome. Okay. Perfect. So we have already made one amazing project in Scratch, right? So one last thing can be, yeah, we are already 9:30. So can we just have another 5 more minutes? Can we learn some more like
Yes, ma'am.
okay, perfect. Okay, so I just want to add, like, you must be wondering that how about having multiple characters in my story, right? How about having multiple characters in my game that I wish to? So what we are going to learn right now, we have learned how to add a background. We learned how to add simple commands, drag and drop the commands and make one small simple, give some commands to the cat sprite. Now I want to add another sprite. I want to add another character to my story. Okay, so very simple. You come to this cat, as you can see on the right corner, right bottom corner where my mouse is there. You can see this cat and a plus symbol. Okay, and you can just click on that, which says choose a sprite, right? I will click on that. Again, you will be able to see a huge collection of different sprites or characters or objects. Yeah, and I can choose any of these. They have been categorized, very well categorized, right? So that's the reason Scratch is one of the favorite programming languages for many beginners, right? Because it's very interesting, visual programming. You can actually see the outcome and all of that, right? So it's very good for, to start learning coding. So I'll click on this apple. Okay, I want this apple in my story. Simple, everybody. I'll just repeat my step. We'll click on choose a sprite. We are going to choose the sprite, whichever you want to add, and simply it will be added in your project. Am I clear? Yes, I hope you all have added this
Yeah.
another sprite. Okay, now, yes, everyone, I'll just wait in case if Anybody still doing it? Now, after we have added, okay, just if one of you all can just message me on the chat window if it's done. Rashmi ma'am, sir, Ghanshyam sir, hope you all are doing it and hope you all are able to do it. Vidhi ma'am, Aishwarya ma'am. Okay, yes, perfect. So, yes, so now what I want to do is, after this, after I add my apple, okay, I want to extend my code saying that, okay, this cat wants to eat this apple. So it is going to, I want to add some code, you know, saying that this, so whatever you all, I'm going to add that I am so hungry. This apple looks, okay. Fine. So as I said, you all can create up your stories as per the, you know, the content that you want. So I have done this, right? And am I clear? What have we done? We have taken another save block and we have added another message, right? I am so hungry. This apple looks juicy. I want to eat it. Okay. And I want to have this for 5 seconds. Okay. Now, what we are going to learn, another interesting thing is animation, right? We were talking about some movements, some animation. Let's say if I want this cat to move till this apple, right? Till now we have added some say blocks, you know, some sound blocks. Let us see if I want to add some motion. I'll click on the motion block and we are going to pick up some block, okay, a block which will help this character to move. Okay, and as you all can see over here, there is a block called as move 10 steps, right? Now here, what I mean to say move 10 steps, you all can just see how much is, you know, when I say move 10 steps, you can see this is the movement which is going to happen, right? So what I want to do is I want this cat to move. Now, obviously, when I run this code and if I see the outcome, let us see what happens. Okay. Yes, it has played the sound, it has played the message, and it is a very small movement that you can see it over here. Now, again, if you want to move this character till the apple, okay, I want you all to again think. And you will be now applying certain mathematical, maybe, you know, okay, acha, ye 10 steps means over here. So how many steps can I add so that it can reach the apple? I get me. So as I told you, right, coding is not just giving commands or just giving, you know, statements, right? It is also involving lot of other skills, lot of other, you know, it increases your mathematical ability, right? It improves your confidence, your concentration, as you can see, right? Your patience, right? Teachers, again, it will increase your patience because whenever you're programming, sometimes you may not get the required results. So you have to keep on trying, right? So persistence is tested over here. So all of these are the skills, you know, that which is very, very important for both students and educators as for us, right? So yes, so let me see if what about having 100 steps, right? So let us have a look over here and we will be able to see the outcome and we can accordingly customize and, you know, we can see that, okay, if this is working properly, how I can make it, you know, exactly the way I want. Are you getting me, teacher? So now I can say that, okay, how about having 300 steps? Okay, because 100 steps is not taking my cat to the apple. Are you getting me? So you are going to analyze it. You're going to again think of the proper solution and you're going to get it. See? Perfect. Interesting. All of you are able to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, teachers. So I think with this, we also got some hands-on knowledge, right? And definitely, as I told you, we are going to create some amazing projects where, you know, you will be learning different kinds of things, you know, how to create virtual tours, games and websites and all of these, right? Now, I would like to take you towards the, you know, the details about the program. Okay, so 1 second, let me share my screen again. And all the questions that, you know, how long is this program going to be? What are the different things, you know, how is it going to be? So let me share those details as well. Okay, just 1 second. second. Yeah. So now taking you all to the details about the program. Okay. So it will be basically a 5 weeks instructor-led training program. And you will be working on 10 different assignments. Okay. Obviously, the different, we will be providing a detailed feedback, right? As I'm sure many of you have already done courses with us, right? So you'll know how, each and every assignment will be measured, and will be given proper feedback on the areas of improvement or what can be done, how it can be enhanced. So everything. Also, teachers, like once you enroll for this program, you also get a bonus of 4 advanced workshops if you want to teach coding, right? So basically, we'll first go with the beginner level, right? We will be learning step by step different things, different concepts of programming, like sequencing, conditional loops, variables, functions. All of these concepts will be covered, okay? And in the advanced workshops, you will be, actually, there'll be proper project-based, applications that you're going to work on, which will again give you more in-depth knowledge about it, and which will also aid, help you on in teaching coding, right? So this advanced workshops is a part of this program, right? And also we will be guiding you on how to prepare yourself for coding jobs, right? As I said, there's going to be huge demand for certified coding educators. So definitely, lot of job opportunities will be open, whoever is looking for, new opportunities. So definitely we will also guide you on how, you can prepare for those interviews. There'll be instruction material. Definitely don't worry about it that, what if I forget, or recorded videos or reference materials, if I want to refer to a particular program, all that will be provided by us. And the platforms that we are going to work on, as I showed you today, Scratch. Similarly, we'll be working on MIT App Inventor for creating our Android apps. Also, we'll be working on code.org. So these are the different platforms that you will be getting exposure to, and through which you can learn, coding. So yes, also, as I already told you about this and about upEducators, I think most of you are already having a good experience with and already have done courses with upEducators, so I don't have to say much. But yes, it feels really proud to say that we have 4-point rating on Google, on Google reviews. So definitely we make ensure that, each and every educator is adding value to their knowledge, right? Is actually upping the skill of the educators, right? So that is the whole goal, and it really feels very happy when we get good feedbacks from the teachers. So yes, and this is all about the educators, and yeah. So with this and all of your further queries, about anything, you can contact Miss Manjari Thakur. This is a number, so you can take the screenshot. You all can note down the number for any of your other, details about whatever you all have regarding the program. You all can take this, you can ask there. And right now I'm open to take up your questions related to whatever you all have doubts, or about this program or about coding. I would, happy to answer your questions. Yes, anybody? I hope you all enjoyed the session. First of all, you can unmute yourself now. We are so we can speak. Yes, anybody has any doubts, please feel free to ask. Unmute yourself and you all can ask me. If you want to put up on your chat, that is fine. No doubts?
I have doubts, madam. Just a moment.
Yes. Please go ahead. Hello.
Yes, madam. Can we
Yes.
develop Android app like Google Classroom, and can we develop a website also?
Can we develop website like Google Classroom, you're asking, sir?
No, that is Android app. Can we develop Android app like Google Classroom, and can we develop a website like Google Sites with this course?
Okay. So for first of all, sir, as I said, that, in this program, you will be able to develop Android apps, right? But, and you will be able to also make websites. Now, coming to the depth, right, that if you have to make an LMS, now Google Classroom is an LMS, right? So definitely that will be requiring you to go more in depth, right, where you are going to connect to a database and stuff like that. So that will be coming in the advanced part, right? Advanced part, sir. So so the training program that we are intending over here in this 5 week is basically giving you the complete exposure on how to create, first of all we'll start with the simple projects and simple apps, right, to get an understanding of the fundamentals, as I can say, like a fundamentals training, right? How to how does sequencing works, how do we create use variables, right? So all those concepts will be covered, and with that we can, as I showed you the few projects, like you can create an app like a Google Translator. So I would say that you can create an app like a Google Translator. You can create a app like a calculator, right? You can work on a step tracking project. So these kind of projects definitely we will be doing in this particular level. Okay, sir. And coming to the advanced level, as you said, as you're asking about Google Classroom, right? So that will be a more of an advanced side. So with that we will be doing as a separate course. And also websites like Google Sites. Okay, again, we are into the fundamentals training. So we'll be first of all understanding the fundamentals of building a website. Okay, of course, there will be a lot of things which we are going to learn, which will help us to create a proper site. Okay, but again, if it has to be a little more advanced, then that will be covered in the advanced level. Yes, sir.
I got it. Just some project. It is not, we won't get acquainted with
Yes,
creating
sir.
any kind of apps. We'll get just basic knowledge, right?
The fundamentals will be very much clear. So yes,
Yeah,
we could say that, of course, this is the program we're intending for beginners, right? Beginners and intermediate to a level. But for advanced, definitely, you can go for the advanced part, advanced level.
Doubt is clear.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope the query, I hope it is answered. Which
Yes, ma'am.
software will you use for education? Okay, thank you so much. So Rashmi ma'am is asking, which software will you use for educational apps? So ma'am, we will be using MIT App Inventor, through which you can actually create a very useful educational app where we can have different multiple screens, and we can have, like, suppose if you're having subjects like English, Hindi, and when you click on that, there could be some lessons, and there could be some videos being played or PDF being showed, right? So all of that kind of application app I'm talking about, and you will be creating an MIT App Inventor. Yeah. Okay, Rashmi ma'am. Yes. Anybody else? Any other query? Okay, fine. So I think there are no queries. So I hope you all enjoyed this session, and I look forward to see all of you in the further sessions, and have a great understanding. What about your advanced course? Advanced course, ma'am, Rashmi ma'am, I think Miss Manjari would be able to help you, because yeah, so you can just contact her. I'll provide you the number. Yeah, yes, yeah, ma'am. So definitely she'll be able to help you with that, with the details about that. Okay. Any other query? I hope you all enjoyed the session. Could you just message me?
Yes, thank you, madam.
Okay, great.
We enjoyed.
Yes.
Yeah, thoroughly we enjoyed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I look forward to see all of you very soon. And yes, we can become the creators, I would say, of, and you all can use it in your, as I said, integrate with your subjects and in your schools as well, right? And yes, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye, all of you. Bye.